Focus question. What kinds of... Some artists use paint or marble to make their art. Other artists use cake and frosting. Some of their cakes just look pretty. Other cakes look like something else. This cake looks like a pretty peacock. This cake looks like a giant rooster. This cake looks like a fancy crown. This cake looks like a fish and hook. This cake looks like a busy beehive. This cake looks like a treasure chest. This cake looks like a magic unicorn. These cakes look almost too good to eat. They taste as good as they look. Connections. Writing and
그러면 이제 따라듣기 해볼게요. Rice cake. Some artists use paint or marble to make their art. Other artists use cake and frosting. Some of their cakes just look pretty. Other cakes look like something also. This cake looks like a pretty
peacock.
This 공작. This cake looks like a giant rooster. This cake looks like a fancy crown. This cake looks like a fish and hook. This cake looks like a busy beehive. This cake looks like a treasure chest. This cake looks like a amazing unicorn. This cake look almost too good to eat. They taste as good as the look. 뭐 할게요?
그래 해봐.
Also
Lunch boxes.
뭐뭐도
Lunch boxes have been around for a long time. Old lunch boxes and new lunch boxes have much in common. Some old lunch boxes were round.
점심 가방.
Some old lunch boxes were rectangles. Some old lunch boxes were plain. Some old lunch boxes were fancy. Some new lunch boxes are still round. Some new lunch boxes are still rectangles. Some new lunch boxes are still plain. Some new lunch boxes are still fancy. Lunch boxes have been around for a long time. Lunch has been around even longer. Connections. Writing and art. How would you decorate a lunchbox? Draw a picture and write about it. Math. Make
뭔가
이거 하는 거 아니에요. Lunchboxes. Lunchboxes have been around for a long time. Old lunchboxes and new lunchboxes have much in common. Some old lunchboxes were round. Some old lunchboxes were rectangles. Some old lunchboxes were plain. Some old lunchboxes were fancy. Some new lunchboxes are still round. Some new lunchboxes are still rectangle. Some new lunchboxes are still plain. Some new lunchboxes are still fancy. Lunchboxes have been around for a long time. Lunch has been around even longer. 그럼
열나나.
그럼 안녕.